Nick Diaz had a big 2016. Any idea when we'll see him in the octagon again?
We just offered Nate Diaz a fight, and we're waiting to hear back from him.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Good to know.
These guys say they want to fight. I offered Nick Diaz 2 fights. He turned down 2 fights. I offered him Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler accepted the fight, and then I just offered him Damian Maia. So Nick Diaz turned down both those fights, and Nate Diaz was just offered a fight, and we're waiting to hear back from him.
In your estimation, who has been the best at accepting any fight that you bring their way?
Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor are both 2 people that, you know, there's a lot of guys that will step up for fights here and there, but nobody has been more consistent at accepting fights and being ready to go than Conor and Ronda.
Who's the most difficult to get into the octagon?
The most difficult to get into the octagon? I don't know. I mean, right now it's the Diaz brothers, right here, right now. But throughout history, I mean, I don't know.
Are you going to accept Bellator's, or are you going to match Bellator's offer to Ryan Bader?
No. We had told Ryan Bader he was good to go, so we knew he was going to go to Bellator the entire time.
Why do you think that decision was made?
What decision?
To go.
Well, I think Bellator's a good place for Ryan Bader. I think that's a at this point in his career, I think it's the right move for him.
Do you think that the travel ban that President Donald Trump just instituted is going to affect fighters that you have, like Mousasi?
I hope not. I mean, you know, we're a very international sport, and even before, you know, President Trump was in there, you know, we've had trouble in the past getting fighters into the country. So it's always been that way. I don't see it being any harder than it's ever been, because it's always been hard.
I just spoke with Peter Berg, and he mentioned that the night that President Trump was elected that you got a call from him.
Yeah.
Care to give us any details about how that call went?
Well, yeah, I was in New York for our fight there in New York, and I was at the hotel. So I was at the same hotel that Clinton was at. We were staying at the same hotel, and President Trump was across the street at the Trump Tower. And they called me and they said, "We're going to win this thing. Meet us over at the party." So I went to the after party.
What was that?
I was in my room. I was in my room watching TV and seeing this whole thing play out like everybody else was. And then I got the call and jumped up, threw my clothes on, and ran down the street and went to it. It was fun. It was, it was cool. It was very, I think the media had made this thing look like it was impossible, and he won.
What does that say about our country in terms of when you're against all odds to be able to prevail like that?
Well, it's just, I have this thing with the media, man, and the media tries to put out there, the media tries to sway people's opinions and decisions on a lot of things, and this time the people were more powerful than the media.